Hey guys, it's Marci from MarciRenee.com. Today we are making my chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole recipe. Super easy to throw together. We have a bunch of practices tonight, so I went ahead and made this while the kids are at school, so when they come home I can run them all over God's creation. And then you're also going to notice that half of this has cheese, half of it does not. My kids are weirdos, so I'm just trying to make everybody happy. So we are going to let this cool down. I'm going to throw it in the refrigerator, and when everybody gets home from practice, they can go ahead and eat as they please. I hope you guys will head over to MarciRenee.com to grab the complete recipe. This recipe is also in my weekly meal plan, where I provide you with 7 dinner recipes along with the ingredients so that it makes your life a little bit easier to eat at home. Go ahead and grab that in the shop section of MarciRenee.com, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started with the recipe. So what you're going to need to do is prepare 4 cups of rice. I've got that over doing its thing on the stove. And then you're going to simply just dice some chicken breast. So I'm going to show you a trick to how I get more chicken breast and it cooks way faster. So what you're going to do, make sure your knife is sharp, is run it through the middle of the chicken breast, separate it, flip it over, cut it into thirds, and then cut it into, like, I don't know, bite-sized 1-inch pieces, and then throw it in the skillet. All right, now that the chicken is almost cooked through, we're gonna use 2 of my favorite seasonings. If you've ever been in my house, I literally put this shit on everything. Garlic salt. And this stuff is hard to find. It's Texas seasoning by private section. You can get it at Kroger. However, it is super hard to find. I used to be able to get it all the time. And now when I see bottles available, I literally buy like 4 or 5 of them. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and liberally season this because I like seasoning and I'm not afraid to season my food. So this is gonna be pretty much the only seasoning you're gonna get out of this recipe, as you are using rice, as you are using cream of chicken soup, and that's about it. So sprinkle in as much or as little as you want, and then stir that around. All right, we got the chicken cooked through, so we are gonna add that into our rice, and we're just gonna mix everything in this pot. You can also mix it in the casserole dish, it doesn't matter. Me doing what I do all day, I prefer things to look pretty. I know I'm weird, but it is what it is. All right, so now we're gonna add 2 cans of cream of chicken to this. And you can use any type of rice that you want to use. You can use brown rice, jasmine rice. It does not matter. And then to this, we are going to add a can of milk to give it a little bit of moisture so that the rice and chicken do not dry out in the oven. And then we're gonna also add 1 egg. It just brings everything together, and we're gonna go ahead and give that a stir. All right, that is pretty much stirred up really well. And then once it's stirred up a little bit, you can go ahead and add in your broccoli. Now, I can usually do broccoli fillets and then just cut them up, but I'm kind of saving time and using some chopped up stuff from the frozen food aisle to make my life a little bit easier today for video purposes. All right, this is completely stirred together, and it's super freaking creamy. All right, now what you're gonna do to your casserole dish is you're gonna spray it a little bit with olive oil so that none of the ingredients stick. And then all you're gonna do is dump this big old thing in the casserole dish. Spread it out into an even layer. Now, my kids are weird, and I'm sure your kids are weird. So half of the kids eat this casserole dish with cheese on top of it. Half of the kids eat it with no cheese on the top, but they will put shaky cheese on their broccoli rice casserole when it's done. So you guys do whatever you guys need to do to make this thing happen. So I'm using freshly grated cheese because The prepackaged stuff has like this nasty powder on it to keep it on the store shelves longer, and it doesn't melt properly and it looks absolutely horrible. So being a recipe developer, I always use fresh shredded cheese. So there you go. Half of it has cheese, half of it does not. We are gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven for, I don't know, 20-25 minutes, and then we'll be back. It's done. I hope you guys enjoy.